Okay, so you want to know your IP address. I'm going to basically show you how to get your IP address. But the thing is, you're not going to understand anything, which means I'm just going to have to explain some things to you, which is not a problem. However, if you don't want the explanation, all you need to do is just skip through. I will leave timestamps at the bottom of the screen of the video. Just skip through as you wish, right? Let's get learning. Right, first of all, the easiest of the easiest, how to check your IP address on Linux. And basically, I'll show you the same command for Windows. If you open up terminal or the command prompt on Windows, on Linux, all you need to do is type in ipconfig. And this gives you information. So this is your device's private IP address. And this is your subnet mask. And this is also the broadcast. Now, these are basically important. It matters what for you're doing this for. But these are all free important information. On Windows and some Linux distribution, the command is absolutely the same. So ipconfig/all. Now on Linux, I don't have, on Kali it is not, but for example on Ubuntu, if you come in and type in ip show, it will show your IP address. As you can see, this is my IP address, right? This is my exact IP address, right? So on Ubuntu, you type in ip show. On Linux, for example, like Debian, you type in ifconfig. And on Windows, you type in ipconfig/all. That's all you need to do. Right, so basically on the screen right now, what you have is a LAN network, local area network. Now, for me to explain basically the difference between the public and the private IP address, you need to understand these things. That's why I'm explaining and putting extra sort of work for you guys to understand the difference between IP addressing. So this is your home network, right? If the switch you see right now, this is your router. Your router does a lot of things. We're just going to ignore this for a second. And as you can see, I have a server. You don't really have a server. I just put a server so I can put DHCP on. Your DHCP, which is something that assigns IP addresses for your computer, right? So when you connect to Wi-Fi or plug in, it assigns an IP address to your machine automatically. This is something called DHCP and it does it for you. That's what your router does. That's sort of why routers are sort of important, and they're also bad because they do so much work and they're sort of not efficient, I would say, in my opinion. Right? So basically, as you can see, I have the PCs connected to the router. I'm actually going to change the name to router because it's going to make everything so much easier. So this is the PC connected to the router, right? If I come to the PC and I go to the command prompt, which is the terminal, and I type ipconfig/all, it gives me an IP address. Make this big. There we go. It gives me an IP address. As you can see, this is my private IP address. This is my local area private IP address. This IP address is only used in a LAN area, LAN network. Outside the LAN, it's not used at all, right? So basically, all these devices have the private IP address. All your devices within your home network. You can check this easily. I think I've showed you this right now somewhere on the screen. How to check it very, very easily, right? And this is also how you check on Windows, right? So on IP, if you type in ipconfig/all, this is how you check your IP address on your home network. And it also will give you default gateway, which is your router IP address, right? If you want to change your router Wi-Fi address or the password, make sure to check out my tutorial, which I've posted 2 days ago. It should be on the screen somewhere right now. Now, if you want to check your public IP address, which is your basically ISP address, which is given by your internet service provider, that's basically your home network's address. That is what identifies you. If you do something wrong on the internet, I don't know, you might have something on your computer, you might have hacked a company, and you've not protected your IP address, what happens is the police will get the IP address, they'll find out what's your address, and the next day you're going to get a knock on your door at 6 a.m. and you're going to get a SWAT team rushing in through your door, right? And how do I get this IP address? All you need to do is go to a website, because you can't really check your IP address through your computer, right? You technically can if you write a Python script. I've done it before. I can also provide it to you, but we're just going to use a website. What's my IP address? No, I want here. I want here. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't make a difference to me. What's my IP address? If you type this into a website or your browser, what you're gonna get is basically the 2 seconds. So basically, as you can see, first of all, you get the location, right? As you can see, London, and you also get the IP address, IPv4 address, right? So this is my public IP address. This is my ISP address. Not really, obviously. I'm not going to show you my public IP address. So this is the IP address that identifies me outside. So if someone uses this address, they can DDoS me, or they can hack me, or they can do a lot of stuff with this IP address, right? That's why it's also important that you use a VPN or Tor or something to protect your IP address. And also you don't expose this IP address to everybody in the world, right? This is very important that you don't do that. Because you can, first of all, as I said, you can get DDoSed, which means you're going to have to change your IP address. And also someone can hack into your network and then use your IP address to make malicious requests, and then you're going to get a knock on the door, right? Hey, you want to learn hacking? Well, I'm going to teach you. You want to learn all of this? Well, the thing is, I've got a good, basically, information for you. This course hasn't even started. There's 6 hours of footage. And the thing is, this course haven't started. I don't even consider this done. There's so many more I need to do. Wi-Fi hacking, car hacking, phone hacking, Android hacking, bug bounty. There's just so much I'm going to do. And if you want to save some money and possibly become a multi-millionaire by doing bug bounty, well, guess what? Get this place right now. There's a discount from 50 euros to 12 euros. That's like a bargain. Why aren't you there yet? Come on, description below.